All right, happy Friday. It is May the 7th. We are back down in Red River Gorge and we are going to, in theory, traverse the gorge here over the next couple of days. We're starting here at Martin's Fort Trailhead. You might be able to see that sign back in behind me. We're going to follow Rough Trail to its completion and then hit Swift Camp Creek Trail over to Rock Bridge is the plan. So we'll see how things shake out. We'll take you along for the adventure. We're working our way up the rough trail from Martin's Fork. Not sure how many bridges we crossed down there, but there were several. This nice little overlook here. So we're working our way up, and this is just off the trail. As we hike on back, we follow along this rock face. So we're a little over a mile in or so. Not sure how far we're going tonight. We'll see if we find a good camp spot. And then, yeah, we got the, what we refer to as the brutalizer coming up this evening if we get far enough. A lot of uphill after we get past Gray's Arch. So, it's just kind of a neat little section of trail here. We were in the bottoms to start out, and now we're walking up along this wall as we move our way around. We made it here to the overlook of Gray's Arch. You can kind of make it out there. Pretty good size arch. This view doesn't really do it justice. I've been down there multiple times. I think we're going to bypass it today, but you can hear some people talking. But if you're down this way, it is definitely worth checking Gray's Arch out if you have not checked it out before. It's pretty massive. This view doesn't really do it justice. Well, we made it to camp, hiked about 5 miles or so today. It's raining just a bit, as you can probably hear. I'm here set up in the one on its maiden voyage. I think that'll be plenty of room for me. We'll see. Got my pack out here in the vestibule and just cooking a little dinner using the alcohol stove this evening. Kind of cooking under the vestibule because we're getting the rain in tonight. So hopefully the rain's not very long-lived. We, like I said, hiked about 5 miles today. Some of that was us looking for a campsite. We got to a really sweet spot, but it was already taken. So we ended up here, and this one works out. And we got our tent set up just in time to avoid most of the rain. So gonna get settled in. Hopefully it calms down here, get some dinner, and get situated for the evening. Well, good morning. It's about 6:45 or so. Been up for a few minutes here. Just getting ready to get things packed up somewhat. You can see the sun coming up over there to my right. I don't know, I'll turn you around. Maybe you can see that over that way. It's starting to peek through. But we got a little rain last night. The one did pretty well. Not a whole lot of condensation this morning. I expected more, but just getting things packed up and getting ready to go. We'll probably have between, I don't know, 10, 11 miles today, so nothing crazy. So this morning I've got my coffee is getting ready to get heated up there. I'm going to use a pour over this morning
Makes a pretty good cup of coffee, but it's probably a little too cumbersome for any longer trips. And then we're doing some mountain berry granola for breakfast this morning. So we're just going to get camp broken down here and get things picked up, and no rush, and then we'll get on the trail. Well, it's about 8 o'clock. We are back on the trail after a kind of slow getting packed up this morning and getting everything taken care of. I think we got down in the mid 40s last night, so nothing too terrible, but a little chill when you get up in the morning and trying to get ready. So we're making our way from about the intersection of Rush Ridge with the rough trail, and then continuing across the rough trail. And if all goes as planned, we'll end at Rock Bridge later today. So we're just making our way along, and fill up some water here in a little bit. Maybe shed a layer here in a little bit. We'll see. So we made it down to our next creek crossing. A couple options of how to get across down here. Scott's going to demonstrate one of those options for us here momentarily. Really beautiful this morning, kind of crisp. You can see steam coming off of some of the logs, and as the sun starts to heat them up. He survived. I think I'm going to just come up here and take the little stream's low enough. Just going to walk across these rocks. Watch me slip and bust it as I go across here, but these aren't too bad. All right, we both made it unscathed and dry, so that's what matters. As we continue along this rock wall down here on this side, nice little water trickling down all the way up there. Another overhang? Yeah. Another rock shelter down here. All right, we are continuing down Swift Camp Creek Trail. Came to this interesting section of trail that kind of goes right by the stream. You can see the stream going through there. Imagine if the water level was up much, but your feet would get wet here. So looks like some people have gone up that way as well, but we'll see what this does here. Well, looks like the trail might be over that way somewhere. Not really sure.
because I don't believe we're supposed to cross the creek. And it looks relatively deep there, at least thigh deep. So we found the blaze down there on that rock. Not sure if you can see it, but that's where we were down there. And the trail actually comes up through this area and around. Well, we did come across this guy. Hopefully he shows up on camera nicely. He was right here just baking in the sun. So, I don't know. What'd you say, about 3 feet, Scott? About 3 feet long? Yeah. You're not liking Scott very much right now.
There he's got his tongue going.
Yeah. So, that's alright. Leave him alone.
He's sensing you now. Oh. All right.
Oh, he decided to move. Well, Swift Camp Creek Trail does end up a little ways from Swift Camp Creek. We'll work our way back down to the creek here in a few, I'm sure, but another section where there's these big rock walls. A little bit of a rock shelter, but not a bunch here, but Clifty wilderness does not disappoint. Right, we are continuing along Swift Camp Creek Trail. This is probably the most creek we've seen on Swift Camp Creek Trail, and we haven't been very swift either. But it was definitely a challenging trail. So we made it to Rock Bridge. Obviously this area is a little more popular than some of the other places that we've been. We started to run into people as we got down this way. It's kind of weird after we haven't seen anybody for a long time. But you can see there, the rock actually goes over the water, so that's pretty cool. So you can see the bridge there. That's pretty cool. We got about 3/4 of a mile to around. There's a waterfall right around here, this area too. We'll catch it, and then got some up to get back to the trailhead.
Oh, shit.
Here's Creation Falls back behind me here. We're going to work our way up around and about 3/4 of a mile back to the trailhead. It's just a nice waterfall down here. The guy was trying to climb up it. Don't think he was going to be successful. Thought we might catch a good wipeout though. Here's a better look at the falls from this angle. See the water coming down here. And the creek continues on out that way. That'll just about finish it up for this trip. The trail's been pretty busy, so didn't get a lot of pictures of Rock Bridge or Creation Falls. Sometimes you don't know how people feel about them being in your photos.
So we got this little, probably less than a half mile up to the trailhead. So probably around 20 miles total for Friday night and Saturday. Be around 15 today, so it's a good training hike for us, kind of a gear shakedown. Got some bigger trips coming up this summer, so stay tuned to the channel. A little different scenery on those trips than there's been on the channel previously, so I think you'll enjoy those. So like I said, that about finishes it up. Until next time, get outside.